Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Lessons from the Quran by thinker of the Quran, Allama Ghulam Ahmad Parwez. Chapter 14, Surah Al-Baqarah 2, verses 40 to 45. Date 8th September 1968. The essence of Quranic teaching, establishing truth through evidence and wisdom. My dear brothers, today we begin the new series of Dars al-Quran with Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 40. In the previous lesson, the discourse had reached the point where, in the allegorical narrative of Adam, the Quran concluded with two fundamental laws, or one law expressed in two clauses, which are of great importance. I would say these are the very essence of Deen. The Quran says, فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُم مِّنِّي هُدًى فَمَن تَبِعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ 2:38. Whenever guidance comes to you from me, whoever follows my guidance shall have no fear nor grief. And وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا أُولَئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ 2:39. But those who deny and reject our signs, they are companions of the fire, abiding therein. Thus, two immutable laws are presented. Following divine guidance leads to prosperity in this life and joy in the next. Violation of divine law leads to destruction and calamity, which will persist until humanity submits to God's laws. These are the two principles, the axis around which all concepts of Deen revolve.
The Quran's method is unique. When it presents a principle, a universal law, or an unchanging truth, it supports it with historical evidence. And nothing is more reliable, more tangible than history itself to prove the validity of a principle. Generally, history is understood as a record of events, chronicles of what happened. In such and such year, a king ascended the throne, fought battles, won or lost, ruled for centuries, then another nation replaced them. These are mere reports, news, incidents, biographies, accidents, compiled into records. But the Quran gave history a new dimension. It said, yes, events occur, but the real question is why they occur. Why does one nation rise and dominate another? Why does a powerful, stable nation soon fall into weakness? What causes this? History only tells you what happened, that one nation prevailed, another was subdued. But history does not tell you why it happened. All principles of the Quran are based on cause and effect. The Quran declares that the true purpose of history is to explain the causes and reasons behind events, why things happen as they do. It transformed history into a philosophy of the rise and fall of nations. The philosophy of history was first introduced by the Quran. In the West, the term itself was not used until Hegel, 1770 to 1831. People had written history of philosophy, but the philosophy of history, the idea that history itself has laws and principles, was first presented by the Quran. The Quran teaches that nations do not rise or collapse by chance. Their rise and fall follow specific laws. Every historical event is evidence of the truth of these laws. Thus, history should not merely record what happened, but explain why it happened.